Hey guys, first regards in here, and so I'll be talking about a Xenophase blade build for the Assault class in Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now, the Xenophase blade got buffed this patch alongside all other power sword variants in this game. They all have a slight speed increase, and they feel way better now, and to be honest, I kind of prefer balanced weapons on the Assault class over the Bulwark anyways, because the Assault is able to use his animation cancel with the jump pack dash from commitment and stuff like that to actually animation cancel out of his own parry animation, where the Bulwark is currently unable to animation cancel with a block during a parry. And because of that, balanced weapons, their awkward 10 frame negative startup, that is circumvented by this class and makes him a very powerful choice to use weapons like this. Now, the heroic perk effect down here, Ancient Technology, says power wake waves are wider and deal 20% more damage. Another benefit of the Xenophase blade here is that this wider angle is also vertical, so you're able to hit enemies like Neurothropes and Light Zangors and Zoanthropes out of the sky. So a really strong option for the Assault class to save some ammunition, and we are using the new secondary here, which is not exactly like the most ammo efficient weapon anyways, so a great option for him. Now for the perk tree, I do start off with the perk Armored Strength first, moving here into the perk Master of Offense for a 20% melee damage buff for 5 seconds on a switch of sword combat style. Then we move here into the perk Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength again, picking up Tranquility, Melee Onslaught for a 10% melee damage buff, Hard Target for 15% less range damage during a light combo, and you can also do light combos far easier now on this weapon. And the next perk here is pretty much mandatory, Cutting Edge. Power Rake deals 50% more melee damage. Power Rake is like the name of the game of every single power sword in Space Marine 2, so you definitely want a 50% buff to that. And the final perks here are the perk Extremis Slayer, Majora Slayer, and Terminus Slayer for like a catch-all buff. We do skip over Minora Slayer here because you kind of wipe out Minoras no matter what without this buff, so kind of redundant. And also the perk here, Power Restoration, this will give you a double contested health recovery on power style attacks. And power style attacks on the power sword, they will set up a gunstrike opportunity every single time on any Minoras except for the Zangor shield guys because they're built different. And because of that, you can kind of like avoid any chip damage you would take with this double CHP recovery while you set up your gunstrike. So a really good option for him. And that's pretty much all there is for the melee weapon. Now, for the secondary option, we do take the brand new secondary bolt carbine. We take the magazine capacity and reserve option, mainly because this gun is not super ammo efficient. Not super ammo efficient. I did make a whole video on this talking about this gun, like the best perk setups for it, and so far we're going to be using the best perk setup in my opinion, which is increased capacity into the perk extended magazine. Then we go over here into the perk fast reload, down to the perk cleaving fire. Then I grab the perk here retaliation for 25% more damage for 10 seconds on a perfect time dodge because we are a Wings of Flame build. And the next perk here is of course Tactical Precision for more headshot damage, losing some body shot damage. And the final perks are Gunstrike Reload and Elite Hunter. After killing a Majoris or higher enemy with a melee weapon, headshots will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds, and you can trigger this on a melee execute, so pretty good option there. Now if you're playing Bulwark, you could go down for like Divine Might and Adamant Hunter, but being low HP on Assault is definitely harder than Bulwark, so for that reason I just prefer the ammo up here. And that's pretty much all there is for the secondary option. Now, for our perk tree, I do start off with the perk Overcharge first. Damage from held and charged melee attacks increases by 25%. This is a 25% multiplicative melee damage increase to your Power Rake. And Power Rake is like, once again, the name of the game of the power sword, so you definitely want this. The next perk here is Defense Mechanism. Contested health fades 50% more slowly. This is a super nice perk for just like quality of life in my opinion. And also the new secondary here, even though the damage is not that high, the CHP recovery is pretty great, and this makes it that much easier to actually maintain contested health, so super good perk combo. Next perk here is Knowledge of the Enemy. Melee damage increases by 15% against Majoris or Extremis level enemies. This is a nice little damage buff here. You could take Active Attrition or Perseverance, that is up to you. I just prefer Knowledge of the Enemy because a 15% buff here is just pretty strong. Next perk here is Strategic Strikes. All team members deal 20% more melee damage against Extremis and Terminus level enemies. When you're using a Xenophase blade, this thing's damage is actually quite high, so more damage here is nice. Though alternatively, you could pick up the perk Proven Efficiency, but the Bolt Carbine secondary, like Gunstrike damage, is not that high, so I do just prefer this one. Next perk here is Furious Strikes. Hitting an enemy with an attack after Jump Pack Dash, which Jump Pack's ability charged by 1, the cooldown is 10 seconds. Now, this is a top tier perk effect in Space Marine 2 on the Assault class because not not only is it a free gap close, but you're also able to go jump pack positive for this perk. And what I mean by that is you can use the free jump pack from the perk down here, commitment, on a perfect dodge to trigger a jump pack dash attack, and then trigger this perk effect for a free jump pack. That's basically what allows you to use your ground pound for free on a Wings of Flame build. So a really powerful perk option. It gives you a ton of utility. Always pick this up. Next perk here is Wings of Flame. A jump pack dash damages enemies on trajectory and always works as a perfect dodge and dodging the attack. This perk does a 100 damage per trigger, and to put that in perspective, a Tyranid Warrior has a 308 HP on absolute difficulty, so this is a ton of free damage, and you can loop into it over and over and over with things like Furious Strikes and Commitment, so top tier perk effect. Next perk here is Aerial Grace. After a perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash, you deal 30% more damage for 10 seconds. This is a pretty obvious perk choice for any jump pack dash build because it's just free damage for doing what you're gonna do all the time, so we pick this one up here, though alternatively you could take the perk here for Pride and Duty, which is a nice low ground pound damage buff. Next perk here is Commitment. A perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash for jump pack's ability charged by 1. This is just fundamental to this game at this point because as of patch 12, the Assault will animation cancel anything he's doing on a jump pack dash, so having the opportunity to get free jump packs is just too good to give up. So you pretty much always take this on like literally any Assault build in the game now. Now for the Prestige perk options, we do take Unyielding Oath first. When charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable to damage for 3 seconds. This perk is incredible. All you have to do is just hold down your ground pound for like a split second, and you'll trigger this perk effect for the entire trajectory of your landing, which makes you invulnerable to things like Hellbrute missiles, things like, you know, the Hellbrute cannon when he's trying to like shoot you in the air or like shoot at the giant AoE. Also stuff like miniguns that are very annoying from missile cannon terminators, and also just devourer shots and sniper shots sometimes that still like snag you. Next perk here is Fortitude. Health increases by 15%. Moving here into the perk Practice Aim for a range damage increase of 15%. And the final perk I take here is the perk Hammer of Wrath. After using your jump pack, you take 30% less range damage, allows control from heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. This perk has completely powercraft adrenaline boost. It is so damn strong because you're just getting free no knockback and a 30% range damage reduction for using your class ability, which you use all the damn time on like every build ever with this class. So you just take this perk. It is too strong to not take. I think it's like one of the best perks in the entire Assault tree these days, so for that reason we always pick it up. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Xenophase blade feels way better now. The CHP recovery of the Bolt Carbine one-handed is very strong against Tyranids and Chaos, and because of that, I think the setup is pretty damn fun for all content, and hopefully this guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to catch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, also a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching, take it easy, bye. That's pretty peak.
Enemy units call for backup. Enemy reinforcements are en route. Slightly cartridges. Inserting fresh magazines. Waiting on you. Let us enter and cleanse whatever perversion the thousand sons have wrought.
FTG or cosmetic beliefs legit? Yeah, they're all legit. I'll cover that at some point, but for now, we have game to play.
Replenishing ordnance.
That guy dodging me. So they get a damage reduction when they dodge like that, so that's why he survived the second tower rig. I was kind of betting on. Love that.
Onward, brothers! The sons of Magnus skulk within, weaving their sorceries. We must not linger while heresy festers within.
As a carbine, if you have more time with it, it's good for CHP recovery. It's not very good for overall damage, though.
Ready to advance. Defensive tactics.
It'll probably get a base damage
Our
buff.
foes lie broken. The mark of the archenemy befouls this place. Heresy and bloodshed both. These halls should be choked with human corpses. Viridian, I have received your Auspex readings. Your new orders are to advance to the Archmago's data vault and purge any remaining data, sealed or otherwise. The traitors cannot recover even a fragment. Deny the Thousand Sons everything. By your will, Captain.
I thought that sorcerer go. He's gonna res people back there. He must be way back. Here he is now. I want to re-engage the Hellbrute until I get my
Applying overwhelming force.
Pretty good.
The heretics will find nothing to salvage from this crushing loss. No turning back. Understood. We shall incinerate the vault and leave the heretics only cinders. The spirit innocent. Our foes attempt to call out fresh forces. Fresh commands move out. Got him. Escalating counteract. Minion of the Lord. Purified. Shut down their corpse. Engage the bitch. Hostile backup inbound. Concentrate your fire. Its maliciousness is halted. Commencing an air attack. Specialized warfare in action. Thousand Suns champion. Block the enemy from summoning reinforcements. Commencing airborne attack. Applying overwhelming force. Traitor determinant. Adequate thrust achieved. Tactical preeminence. The data book remains sealed. Consciousness remains its conviction. Dispatch the active consoles to the source of information connected to final knowledge. The only sign that guides the future to truth. True duty does not balk at the smallest task. We shall see to it. Utilizing material. Zagmos spearmen and country products. Mutated wretch dispatched.
Why are there so many, huh?
Tactical preeminence. Cycling cartridges. Munitions replenished.
That was a substantial amount of guys. Even FCG, you think they're going to nerf the new plasma pistol? I mean, I don't think the new plasma pistol is OP. It's very clunky. It can do a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, its one-shot potential comes from a bug, so I wouldn't even say that's good. Or maybe not a bug, but it's what the Kraken pitch for rounds one.
Healing one eludes us still. The machine spirit answers.
The cogitator's affliction is remedied. His machine spirit returns. Cogitator's terminization
Meridian, we are registering a significant warp energy spike inside Nozick's laboratory. Reach the lab and eliminate the heretics. Do not allow their ritual to reach completion. It shall be done. Meridian advances with righteous fury. The profane tongue spits falsehoods as naturally as serpent slither. Falsehoods pour forth like bile. We shall cauterize the source. Inserting fresh magazines.
Right.
We must eradicate that house. Interrupted the health store's critical functions. Enemy units call for backup. Hostile backup. Well done. Replenishing ordnance. The traitors unleashed the Zangor spear. Ready to advance.
Oh, they didn't hit him. So, what game are you playing? What category are you in, brother? I would vent. How would you even find the stream if you didn't know what game I was playing? I look at the White Scar's chain store. It's pretty peak.
The arch enemy's ritual defiles all it touches. Nearing the source. Forming hostile spike. Arch enemy activity detected. Vile monstrosity reduced to base components. Escalated counteraction. Zangor specimen rendered inert.
Now on this map, you actually slow down the corruption here if you just like dodge in between periodically, because the iframes from that do work.
The land itself drifts.
Hi bro, how's it going? Really new to 40k, but really like the game. Dude, it's super fun. It's going great though. Well, actually we died 4 times doing this, but besides that, it's going great. Something right, I see how far you were. Pretty far. We have 1 boss spawn left. If you find a relic, we're completely fine, but I don't even know where they are on this map. I know there's 1 spot further up here, but
The lab lies before us. Soon we bring
like way
judgment
out
to
here.
its depths. Adequate cross-stitching. Silence the enemies before they request backup. Sun's champion. Embark the floating land. Let it ferry us across. It can weave no spells when it is dead. Our foes attempt to call up fresh forces. Propulsion engaged. Applying overwhelming force.
What's the best class? Tactical Vulcan Assault still, and Tech Marine probably. They're all up there.
Replenishing ordnance.
I would say Tech Marine's A tier probably. Maybe maybe you can also make an argument he's an S now. A little squishy though. Definitely not S tier for true solo, I'll tell you that.
Soon the heretics will face our unwavering wrath. Xenos Alpha Beast eradicated.
If you think we got a chaplain, if you can be an S tier support, well I have no idea what his abilities would be, so how should I know if he can be S tier or not? Maybe. Likely to say. Okay. What do you think about that? Let's come down. Ow.
Cycling cartridges. Specialized wargear in action. Occult Terminator cleansed.
Any tips for a newish player for hard stratagems and siege done for blue triangles? I have a whole new player guy on the channel if you're curious. I should answer any questions you have there.
Behold the abyss of their depravity. They feed the faithful to the void. Brothers, we put an end to this together. Smite those abhorrent eyes and set the Cadians free. Who is the Primarch? Our father, our guide. Who are the Adeptus Astartes? Both sworn defenders of the Imperium.
New mission is so god. It's definitely S tier for the absolute grind. I mean, it's definitely fun.
Advance!
Very fun
The
mission.
altar awaits our wrath.
My favorite chaos mission currently. Somehow they made a mission that like has a poison swamp and a bunch of eyeballs that just attack you endlessly. Entertaining. That's very impressive. If you told me on paper what this map's going to be, like, all right, it's going to be a poison swamp where you will get a sass effect on you, and then we're going to have giant orbs that float around and attack you that you can't actually kill. I'd be like, wow, that sounds awful, and then I played it, and I was like, wow, this is kind of peak.
Witness how their corruption withers before our fury. Hellspawn vivisection complete. Advance! The altar awaits our wrath. Their sorcery gutters like a dying flame. The abyss spews forth an army of damnation. We shall cast them back. Across countless battlefields, we fulfill our righteous task. In the closing darkness, we are the shining blade. The moment of purgation is upon us. Destroy the eye. Viridian, Auspex confirms the rift is collapsing. Heretic warp signatures are dissipating across the battlefield. Exemplary work. Return to the Resilient. Have the Cadians follow. Their exposure to the warp was significant. They will be detained for inquisitorial assessment.
Detained for inquisitorial assessment. Are you telling me the guys that got stuck in a giant orb of a giant dome of Zinch might be chaos tainted? No way. That cannot possibly be true.